I made $20,000 yesterday and I ain't even jump up out the bed. Bag a leg, take a rent until he got the bed, walking like I'm Fred. Bonnie Rubble riding in the bubble, but it's stolen, watching for the feds. Made $20,000 yesterday, little boy, you heard what I said. You came in and rockin' the
He's always leaning in with it.
Shut up. We're trying something new today. Hey man, we're gonna get straight to this man. Hey man, today's video, we got the funniest kid test answer. Yeah, to it.
What some of these kids ended up saying in their tests and to their teachers will blow your mind, so don't miss out on that. Also, let me know in the comments what your funniest moment ever at school was. I'm interested to know what you guys have to say. This kid was asked what ended in 1896. He wrote 1895. Alright, now this kid is onto something. This kid was asked where the American Declaration of Independence was signed. He wrote at the bottom. I mean, he wasn't wrong, right? This girl was asked to find X in her math class.
I wasn't getting it at first. I was like, well, yeah.
That's some shit Palumi would say.
I mean, nigga, shit.
That's some shit you would say.
Obvious, nigga, bro.
I mean, he wasn't wrong.
What else would you sign, bro? What else would you sign, bro? Look at that fine X.
Alright, this is my shit. You know what I'm saying? Math is my specialty, my nigga.
How do you find that, bro?
Huh?
How do you find that, bro?
Okay, so basically what you would do to find X equals...
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
An arrow pointing to X and wrote, here it is. I wonder what a teacher thought when she was grading her test. This kid was asked to describe school in one word. He wrote hell. Alright, so this kid for sure does not like school.
No cap, bro.
If you could answer that question, bro, your answer would be pen, bro. No cap.
This kid was asked to draw a picture of what he would look like in 100 years. He ended up drawing his own grave. I mean, at least this kid is thinking realistically, right? This kid was asked to write an example of a risk. He wrote this. His teacher was very impressed. Briefly explain what hard water is. Instead of writing a few sentences explaining what hard water is, this kid just wrote the word ice. Name,
Bruh.
Frankie.
Bro, the thing is like, bro, if you think like on the deep side, bro, it's really hard ice. It's really fucking.
It's a hard water.
Hard water. It's a water that's just been frozen up, bro. But I dead ass, bro. If this is how simple life is, bro. If this is how simple life is, bro, I swear life would be the easiest.
You're so factual, bro.
Oh, man.
I earn money at home by? I don't. I am a freeloader. Look, at least Frankie's being honest here. This kid was asked to expand the following equation, but I think they ended up taking this question a bit too literally. This kid was asked to write what he liked most about his teacher, but his answer wasn't too appropriate for the classroom. I'm sure his teacher had to speak with him after this one. This girl was asked what her mum should do less of. She drew this picture and wrote drink wine. I think her mum might have a problem. This kid was asked to name the following shapes, but instead of writing what the shapes were called, this kid ended up writing actual names like Bob, Sam, Tennyson, Cole, and Harry. This kid had a question in the test about naming the opposite, but when it came to writing the opposite of a pro, this kid wrote noob. I bet his teacher had no idea what this kid was talking about. This kid needs to get his parents' signature for something at school. He completely forgot to do it, so he just wrote mum at the bottom of the paper. Literally no one is going to believe him. What do we call the science of classifying living things? This kid wrote racism. This kid wrote 2 + 2 = 4, but then under that he tried to make himself look even more smart, but things didn't really work out for him. This kid was asked to write whether 68 was an odd or even number. They wrote even, and then when they were asked to write how they knew this is an even number, they wrote because I'm smart. The teacher wasn't too happy about this answer.
And that's the thing, it's like, what? I hate those type of questions. They be up there, what's 2 + 2? How do you know? Nigga.
I got 2 fingers, I got 2 more, now it's 5.
I'm a grown ass man. Even I don't know how to answer why is 2 an even number.
He wrote love. His teacher did not like this answer though and decided to draw a big X over this kid's answer. Problem. You fell on the playground and scratched your knee. This kid's solution to this problem was to get up and deal with it. This must be one tough kid. This kid was asked to write what is meant by the word forgetting. They wrote I don't remember. I mean technically this kid is...
And that was Drake when he was in his prime.
Right? This kid was asked to help this dog get out of the maze and to his treasure, but this kid found an insane shortcut. He's definitely going places in life. This kid could wish for anything he wanted in the whole world. He wrote 2 quarters and $3. This kid definitely has some big dreams in life. Hopefully someone was able to grant him his wish. A kid was asked if they wanted to swim with this boy in the water. They wrote no because there's trash in the water and he's chubby. The trash part of the answer was correct, but his teacher wasn't too happy about the chubby part. During a math test, this kid was asked to find the difference between 180 and 158. This kid wrote 22, which is the correct answer. He was then asked to explain how he found the answer for that question. He wrote math. This kid just gets straight to the point. Miranda can't see anything when she looks down her microscope. Suggest one reason why not. This kid wrote Miranda is blind. The teacher wrote nice try. I mean, I guess this kid wasn't technically wrong though. This kid completely forgot to study for his test, so instead of trying to answer this question, he drew a sticker that said top secret as well as some spilt coffee over the questions. This teacher wasn't very happy about this, and I'm sure that he got a detention for what he did. This kid was asked what is the best estimate for the length of a football. He circled 1 foot and then wrote ball next to it. This kid has really high IQ. This kid was asked to complete the sentence with either the man fit the dog or the man hit the dog. This kid ended up changing his answer
I got a real question for all of us in here, because I know we wasn't no A students in elementary school. Now, bro, I used to be really failing these jokes, bro. I really feel
No, you wanna know what's crazy? I never got good grades in elementary school.
ended up changing his answer to pet the dog and then wrote you should not hit dogs. This kid is going places in life. This kid was asked to name 6 animals that live in Antarctica, but instead of writing 6 different animals, he wrote 2 polar bears and 4 seals. His teacher was not impressed by the answer. This kid was asked to write what they thought the best solution to overpopulation is. This kid wrote 3 words, The Hunger Games. This kid was asked what this diagram best demonstrates. He crossed out all the multiple choice answers and wrote giraffes are heartless creatures. If this drawing is anything like real life, this kid is right. Giraffes are heartless creatures. This kid handed in his homework to his teacher.
Oh, because the small one cannot reach the tree, so they killed it. No, they didn't kill it. Like the thing is,
it just dies because
it dies.
Giraffes are heartless creatures. This kid handed in his homework to his teacher, but his teacher was confused when she saw this random circle on the page. When she looked closer, this kid had written, "Do not touch this. This is snot that fell from my nose." I mean, at least this kid tried to warn his teacher. How kind of him. This kid was asked which color is pulled less often. He wrote green. When he was asked to explain how he got this answer, he wrote, "My brain is always correct." Now, this is a kid that you should never mess with. This kid was learning about Earth Day in school. When he was asked in a test what was something he learned about Earth Day that could be useful in the future, he wrote, "I did not know that Earth Day was on April 12th. It might come in useful in a trivia game." The first cells were probably, this kid wrote lonely. Imagine that you lived at the same time as Abraham Lincoln. What would you say to him? This kid wrote, "I'd tell him not to go to a play ever." Alright, now this kid is a true hero. This kid was asked to write the opposites of these words. For good, he wrote bad. For black, he wrote white. And then for original, he wrote China. His teacher was not impressed with this answer at all. I'm sure this kid ended up getting a detention. This kid was asked in his science test what the highest frequency noise that a human can register. This kid had no idea what the answer was because they forgot to study, so she ended up writing Mariah Carey. This kid was asked to write who her hero is. She wrote her father. She was then asked to write why her dad is her hero. Afraid of anything. She was then asked to write if there's anything her father is afraid of. She wrote her mother. Her mother must be a really scary person. This kid was asked to draw a square in the space below. This kid got a little confused though because he ended up drawing a square in outer space. This kid is going to be an artist one day. This kid was asked to write whether the numbers were less than or greater than. He ended up writing or for each answer. Hopefully his teacher was able to explain this question to him. Tony practices the piano for 20 minutes every day. This kid wrote that this means Tony is a big nerd. I'm sure his teacher wasn't too happy with the answer to this question. This kid was asked to circle the smallest number. He was then asked to show how he knew this was the answer. The kid ended up drawing a rainbow. I wonder what his teacher thought when she saw this in the test paper. This 2.5-year-old girl was asked who the most important people to her are.
You want to get there? What?
He was then asked to show how he knew this was the answer. The kid ended up drawing a rainbow. I wonder what his teacher thought when she saw this in the test paper. This 2.5-year-old girl was asked who the most important people to her are. She wrote her family. She then wrote her interests were Minions, Baby Dolls, and Rebel Alliance. She was then asked what she does not like. She ended up writing Grandpa Joe. Marcus is the strongest kid in the 2nd grade. He used to lift 12 pounds, now he can lift 97 pounds. How much more can he lift now? This kid wrote Marcus is on steroids. This kid was asked how he would make a marriage work. He wrote, "Tell your wife she looks pretty even if she looks like a dump truck." This kid is going to have a really happy wife someday in the future. This kid was asked to change centimeters to meters. She wrote, "Take out centi." I mean, technically this kid wasn't wrong. This kid was asked, "What is your favorite hue?" They ended up writing Jackman. These were some crazy and hilarious test answers from kids. But now I've actually got a small test for you. Take a look at this photo here. Really look at this photo carefully and then let me know in the comments if you think that this girl is above the water or underneath the water. Comment what your answer is as well and then I'll tell you if you were right. So let me know in the comments, is she above water or below water?
No, she above. She gotta be above. Man, look at this right here.
She's above the water. Yeah.
Look at that, bro. That don't happen underwater.
It does, because if you die.
Nah, she's
Nah, 'cause her
below
hair
the
would be-
water.
Her hair will be flying.
No,
No,
she's definitely above. She's like splashing the water, and the water is like flying.
yeah, I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, she's above the water. I can tell because it's at her feet.
Her hair is fuzzy too, so which means her hair is dry.
Let's be realistic, bro. A little baby like this can't go in the water, but she gonna get scared.
But I remember I really jumped off.
Ain't no little baby swimming underwater like this, bro. She like 2, bro. 3, bro.
Hey, what?
Oh, they be swimming. You'd be surprised.
Alright, bro. Is that it?
I think he's gonna tell us.
Hold on.
Alright, so the truth is that this girl is actually above the water. You can tell by her feet right here. Let me know if you got this right. Anyway guys, that's it for the funniest kid test answers.
Hey, Baba. Anyway, man, that would be it, man. Hey, bro.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
This some real kid test.
It's funny as hell, man.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
leave a comment down below what you guys would like to see us react to. You know what I'm saying? If it's something like this shit kind of entertaining. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah,
but hey,
bro.
do that. Thank you guys for tuning into this video, and please don't forget to
Like, share, subscribe if you're new. God loves you. God bless you. And we
yeah.